Hello everyone. So in the previous session I have explained the method of finding arithmetic mean for ungrouped data where only x values are given, but it is for grouped data. So I have already explained that in grouped data both the values of x as well as f will be given. Fine. So anyhow for in group data we have two types, right? So discrete and continuous. Discrete in the sense only x values and f values will be given, where x values will be single value, so there is no upper limit and lower limit. Whereas in continuous distribution there are both x values and f values is given, but in case of x will be of the form like lower limit and upper limit, so class interval is given. So that kind of data is called as continuous grouped data. Now you can look at the problem that here we have a data which is grouped and moreover we have a continuous distribution, right? So let me write the given data. X values I'll write here. Instead of taking x values, it is class interval, right? So class interval is given. Let me write here 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45 and 45 to 50. Now x values are not given to us, whereas instead of x values, so in the discontinuous series only x values will be given directly, whereas in continuous series x values will be given in terms of interval, that is lower limit and upper limit. Fine. So we have to find the we have to extract the x values. Before that f values are given. So I have already told you they will not mention it as frequency. So first value will refer to class interval, second value will be frequency. So let me note down the frequency given in the problem. 45, 40, 35. So this is what the given data to us. I have tabulated the same. Fine. Now I have to find a mean, arithmetic mean, using step deviation and shortcut method. Since the method is already mentioned here and moreover it is grouped data. For grouped data, let me do step deviation first. So what is the formula for step deviation in grouped data? It is given by x bar is equal to a plus sigma f d dash divided by n into h, where d dash will be d divided by h. H is the common difference, right? So now f value is given to us, but we don't know the x value. Fine. So before finding x value, we have to make sure that class interval is continuous, and moreover I have already explained the methods of exclusive and inclusive method. So exclusive in the sense both the values here should be same. So this is lower limit, this is upper limit. So upper limit of first interval should be same as lower limit of the second interval. So if that was the case, we can say this is exclusive data. So before solving the problem, make sure the data should be in the form of exclusive. If it is inclusive, we have to convert it into exclusive. Anyhow, I'll explain that method later on, but make sure here we have continuous grouped data and moreover we have a continuation of data. See here 25, 25, 30, 30, 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, 45. So anyhow we have continuation. Now let me find x. X is none other than mid value of class interval. Remember, x is none other than mid value of class interval. Now what is the class interval given to us? 20 and 20 to 25. So to find the mid value of that, you just add those two values and divide it with 2. I am telling you once again, to find the value of x, you have to add the class interval value. Both the values you have to add and divide it with 2. So 20 plus 25 divided by 2. 20 plus 25 divided by 2. That will give us 22.5. Similarly, add this 25 plus 30 divided by 2. That will give us 27.5. Similarly, add 30 plus 35, divide it with 2. So that will give us 32.5. Now 35 plus 40 divided by 2. That will give us 37.5. 40 plus 45 divided by 2. 42.5. 45 plus 50 divided by 2. 47.5. Fine. So now I have obtained the value of x and f, and the class interval is given in the problem itself. Now what else required is I have to calculate d dash. For the step deviation method, I have to find d dash. Before finding d dash, we should know the value of d, where d is given by, I have already given you that d is x minus a, right? D is equal to x minus a. So let me calculate. Anyhow x values we have. Now I have already told you a is the assumed mean. right? So assume would mean we have to assume the value of A from the column X. I have already told you a number of times A is from column X. So look at the column X. Assume mean will be leave these two values and these two values, left with these two values. Anyhow, let me take highest value so that you will get accurate solution. No matter, you can take any of the value, but I am going to take A as 37.5. So I have taken A as 37.5. Now subtract the values from X, in the sense I have to calculate D. So I have assumed A value. Now X minus A, 22.5 minus 37.5. 22.5 minus 37.5. So let me do that. D is equal to X minus A, right? So X is 22.5 minus A value is 37.5. That will give us minus 15. Similarly, X is 27.5 minus A is 37.5. So minus 10. Similarly, X is 32.5 minus A is 37.5 minus 5. Again 37.5 minus 37.5 is 0. 42.5 minus 37.5. 5. 47.5 minus 37.5, that will give us 10. Fine, so I have calculated D value. But what else required is D dash, right? So D dash is given by D divided by H, where H is the common difference, or I can say difference of the class interval. Now look at the difference. 25 minus 25, 30 minus 25, 5, 35 minus 30, 5, 40 minus 35, 5, 45 minus 45. So all the class intervals is having equal difference. So let me take H as 5. Fine. So I have to do D divided by H, in the sense this value divided by 5. 5 ones are 5 threes are. So I'll get minus 3 here. 5 twos are, again here minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Hope so it is clear. I have divided D with H value 5. Why? Because all the class interval is having equal difference. So I have calculated D dash. But what else we required is F into D dash. I have already got the values of D dash. Now let me find out F into D dash. So F into D dash values I am going to do here. Now what is the value of F I have here? 170. D dash is minus 3. So 170 into 3 I have to calculate. 170 into 3 is minus 510. Clear? Again F is 110. 110 into D dash is minus 2 into 2 minus 220. Again minus 1 into 80 is minus 80. Next is 0. 40 into 1 40. 35 into 2 is 70. Fine. So I have calculated FD dash. Now I have to find sigma FD dash. Sigma FD dash, in the sense I have to add the column FD dash. So let me add minus 510 minus 220 minus 80 plus 40 plus 70. So it is minus 700. Again what else is needed? N. So I have already told you N is none other than sigma F. We have to add all these values. 170 plus 110 plus 80 plus 45 plus 40 plus 35. So that will give us 480. Fine. Now let me substitute. X bar will be equal to, X bar is equal to, A value is 37.5 plus sigma FD dash is minus 700 divided by N is 480 into H is 5. Now I can rewrite this as 37.5 minus 700 by 480 into 5. See the simplification. First divide 700 with 480. 700 divided by 480. Multiply it with 5. Fine. Now 37.5 minus answer. That will give us X bar as 30.208. This mean is from step deviation method. Clear? Now in the problem they have asked us to find mean by using both the method, that is shortcut method. Now let me solve the same by using shortcut method. So shortcut method, what is the formula to find the shortcut method? Mean is given by X bar is equal to A plus sigma FD divided by N. Fine, where D is X minus A. Anyhow, I have already calculated all these value in the tabular column. You can go through that. So A value I have taken as 37.5. So here also I am going to take the same 37.5. Now F into D is needed. F is already given and D I have already calculated. Now I have to calculate F into D value. Let me calculate here. So f into d value I'm going to calculate in this column only. So in the examination, if they asked you to find both the method, you can do it in a single tabular column. No need to do it separately, but these two steps you have to do. F into d, let me multiply f with d. So 170 into 15. 170 into 15. So that will give us 2550 minus 2550. Fine. Again 110 into 10. 1100 minus. Again 80 into 5 minus 400. I'm sorry. 80 into 5, right? Yes, correct. Minus 400. Next, f value is 45, d is 0. 0. 40 into 5. 200. Fine. Yeah. Next 2 into 35 is 70. I'm sorry, d is 10, right? So 10 into 35 is 350. So while calculating, k should be taken. So we have to multiply f with d column. So here I have f column and here I have d column. So multiply these two values, I'll get this. Now I need sigma fd value. Let me calculate sigma fd by adding all this. Minus 250 plus, minus 1100 minus 400 plus 200 plus 350. So that will give us minus 3500. So let me substitute. X bar is equal to 37.5 plus sigma fd is minus 3500 divided by n is 480. So now let me simplify. 3000, I'll write one more step. 37.5 minus 3500 divided by 480. 3500 divided by 480 is equal to 3500 divided by 480. Now 37.5 minus answer. So that will give us 30.2083. I just write one more digit, one and the same. Fine. So you can note that mean obtained from both the methods, that is step deviation and shortcut method, is same. Only thing is you have to remember the formula and the simplification. So when you have minus and plus sign, you have to take care of the signs, and also multiplication also matters. Hope so it is clear. Now let me solve one more problem. And one more thing is that, so before going to find the x value, you have to check whether it is exclusive or inclusive. Exclusive in the sense there is a continuation of data. So if there is continuation of data, then only we can find x value, otherwise we cannot. If there is no continuation of data, we have to make data as to be continuation. So let me do one. So here is a problem, and you can note that here it is a grouped data. Why? Because both class interval and frequency is given. So we have to find the arithmetic mean. First let me tabulate the given value. Class interval is given 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60. Fine. Class interval is given to us and frequency is given 3, 16, 26, 31, 16, 8. Now before going to find the value of x, I have already told you we have to check the class interval whether it is exclusive or not. Exclusive in the sense there should be continuation of data, but here it is not the case. You can clearly note that we have 11 here, but here it is 10, so it is not same. So it is inclusive data where the data is, there is no continuation in data, so we have to convert it into exclusive form. Conversion is quite simple. First you have to subtract, this is the upper limit of the second one, this is the lower limit of the first one, so you have to subtract these two values. So I'll do it here. So we call this as adjacent factor. Fine. We have to find adjacent factor. We say it as adjacent factor. So it is given by 11 minus 10 divided by 2. Fine. Adjacent factor can be found out by subtracting these two and dividing it with 2. So 11 minus 10 is 1 divided by 2. So that will give us 0.5. Now whatever the adjacent factor is obtained, you have to subtract for the first value and add for the second value. I am repeating once again, adjacent factor should be subtracted from first value. This is only for your reference, and it should be add for second value, adjacent factor. Fine. So that the data will become continuation. Now in this problem adjacent factor is 0.5. Subtract 0.5 from 1 so that you will get 0.5. Next you have to add 0.5 to 10. So new class interval it is. Fine. So you have to add 0.5, so you will get 10.5. Fine. Again, adjacent factor subtract from 11, so you will get 10.5. Again add it to second interval, 20.5, subtract 20.5, add 30.5, subtract 30.5, subtract, first value subtracted, second value add 40.5. Next again subtraction, 40.5, addition, it is 50 minus 0.5 is 49.5. Again subtract, we have to add for the second value, so it will be 50.5. Next we have to subtract, so it is 50.5. Now we have to add 60.5. I'm repeating once again. Once you find the adjacent factor, the adjacent factor value should be subtracted from the first value and it should be added to the second value. So whatever the first column value is there, I have subtracted 0.5, that is adjacent factor. For the next column value I have added the same value, so that you can note that now there is a continuation of data. Fine. 10.5, 10.5, 20.5, 20.5, 30.5, 40.5, so everything will be continuation. Now since I have obtained exclusive form, now I have to find x value. Fine. Here in this problem they have not mentioned any method, so we can use any of the method to find the arithmetic mean. Anyhow, whichever the method you feel easy, you can use the same. So let me use of the shortcut method. Fine. Shortcut method formula, first you have to write. So x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd divided by n. Fine. So fd, in order to find f and d, first you have to find x. X will be, first you add these two interval and divide it with 2. So let me add 0.5 plus 10.5 divided by 2, that will give us 5.5. Similarly add the second one, 10.5 plus 20.5 divided by 2, that will give us 15.5. Similarly add these two value and divide it by 2, 25.5. Similarly you add and divide, you will get 35.5. Similarly 45.5, 55.5. So x values I have obtained. Next I have to calculate d value. D is given by x minus a. Fine. Now I have to write the assumed mean. A assumed mean will be from the column x. So let me take 35.5. You will get these two value, among which I am going to choose largest value. So A will be 35.5. So I have to subtract all these value. Let me subtract 30.5 from x column. So x is 50.5. Now D is x minus a. 35.5 minus 5.5. I'll see here. X minus a, first you have to type x value 5.5 minus a is 35.5, so that will give us minus 30. Similarly subtract 15.5 with 35.5, you will get minus 20. 25.5 minus 30.5, you will get minus 10. Next 35.5 minus 35.5, 0. Next 45.5 minus 35.5, 10. Next 55.5 minus 35.5 is 20. Clear? So I have obtained d value. Next what else is required? Sigma fd. So instead of finding sigma fd, first let me find f into d. Fine. Whichever the method you want, you can do. If you want, you can do it by step deviation. Step deviation is also easy. So you can create, and remember for step deviation you have to take the h value, common difference value, from the new class interval. Better I'll do it in both the method, just for your reference. Shortcut method and step deviation. Anyhow, direct method also you can use, sigma fx by n. So if you do that, you will get the same answer. And homework for you, same problem you have to do by direct method. Solve by using direct method so that you should get the same answer. This will be homework for you. I'll do it in both the methods. So sigma fd I need. So first let me multiply f with d. I have f value here and d value here. So let me multiply. 3 into minus 30 will give us minus 90. Next 16 into 20. 16 into 20 will give us minus 320. You should take care of sign as well. So 26 into 10 is minus 260. 31 into 0, 0. Next 16 into 10 is 160. Next 8 into 2 is 20. 20 into 8 is 160. Clear? Now we need sigma fd. So let me add all these values. So you will get minus 90, minus 320, minus 260, plus 160, plus 160. So that will give us minus 350. Sigma fd value I have obtained. Now let me substitute the values here. Sigma FD is minus 350 divided by n value we have to calculate. I have already told you in case of group data n will be sigma f. You have to add f column. So let me add f column. You will get 3 plus 16 plus 26 plus 31 plus 16 plus 8. So that will give us 100. Fine. Sigma n value is 100. So I will substitute here. Now after simplification, 30, I can write one more step here. 35.5 minus 350 divided by 100. First you have to simplify this. 350 divided by 100. So you have to subtract 35.5 minus answer. That will give us 32. So mean obtained from shortcut method is 32. Now let me solve the same problem. Since I am doing the same problem in all the method, just for your reference, you can do it in any of the method. If the method is particularly mentioned, you have to solve by using the same method. Fine. So step deviation method, let me write the formula. It is given by x bar is equal to a plus sigma f into d dash divided by n into h. So already we have d, but we don't have d dash. So let me calculate d dash. I'm going to add those columns here only. So how can I calculate d dash? As I already told you, d dash is given by d divided by h. Formula for d dash is d divided by h. Now we have to calculate h value from the new class interval. Why? Because we have continuation here, but we don't have continuation. We have continuation here. So we have to calculate h value from this new class interval. 10.5 minus 0.5 will give us 10. Difference we have to calculate. Now similarly 20.5 minus 10.5 is 10. So wherever you are going to take difference, you will get 10 only. So I have to take h value as 10. Now d dash is given by d divided by h. You divide d by h. Where you have d, here I have d. So I have to divide it with h. h is 10. Divide it with 10, you will get minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So d dash is finished. Next we have to calculate f into d dash. So f into d dash will be multiply f column with d dash. So f I have here, d dash is here. Minus 3 3s are 9. Fine. Next 16 into 2. Minus plus into minus is minus 32. Fine. Now next let me calculate. I'm sorry, see 26 into minus 1, right? So I can write directly minus 26. 31 into 0 is 0. 16 into 1 is 16. 8 into 2 is 16. So I have obtained sigma fd dash value. Now I have to calculate sigma fd dash. So you have to add all these values. Minus 9, minus 32, minus 26, plus 16, plus 16. That will give us minus 35. Fine. So now we have to substitute all the obtained values in the formula. So let me do here. X bar is none other than mean. So x bar will be equal to a value is assumed mean. I'm going to take the same value. It is 35.5. That is what I have assumed for calculation of a. So a is 35.5 plus sigma fd is minus 35. So minus 35 divided by n is sigma f. It is given by 100 into h is common difference. It is 10. Fine. Now let me write one more step. 35.5. So I am going to take minus here so that you will get 35. 1010 get cancelled divided by 10. Now let me simplify here. 35 divided by 10. 35 minus 5.5 minus answer. That will give us 32. So obtained mean is 32. And you can note that the mean obtained from shortcut method and the step deviation method both are same. If you do it by using direct method, it is same. So direct method formula is sigma fx divided by n. I have already f column we have and the x column we have. Multiply f with x and add those values, you will get sigma f, and divide it with n value. So you will get the mean. So the mean obtained in direct method is also same. So in all the cases, whatever the method you will use, you will get the same answer only. Since I have solved for both the methods, you do it by using direct method, answer should be 32. And please solve the same in notes. So let me solve one more problem in all the three methods. So this will be the last problem and I'll give you the homework problem. You have to solve the same in notes. Fine. So now given that marks is given and number of students is given, so you have to take this marks as class interval and the number of students as frequency. As I already told you, first column represent class interval and the second one is frequency. So let me write the given data. Class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Fine. Class interval is given to us. Frequency is 10, 5, 30, 25, 10, 20. Fine. And before solving the problem, make sure that the data should be continuous, in the sense moreover it is a group data only, but however I have told you there is exclusive and inclusive. Inclusive in the sense there is no continuation, exclusive in the sense there is continuation. Anyhow we have continuation of data, so we cannot change anything, so we can continue further. Now let me solve this problem in all the three methods. So given problem, first let me find sigma f. Sigma f is none other than capital N. So you have to find the value, you have to add all the values given. 10 plus 5 plus 30 plus 25 plus 10 plus 20. That will give us 100. Fine. Now I have to find x value. X value in the sense middle value. You have to add both the interval, like 0 plus 10 divided by 2. That will give us 5. Similarly, you have to add the second one, 10 plus 20 divided by 2. That will give us 15. Similarly, add 20 plus 30 divided by 2. That will give us 25. Similarly, 35. Add and divide, you will get 45. Similarly, 50 plus 60 divided by 5, it is 55. So x values we have obtained. Now I am going to solve this problem in all the three methods. So first method we have is shortcut method. First method, let me do it by direct method. So for direct method, what is the formula we have? X bar is equal to sigma fx divided by n. So we have to find first fx. So we have to multiply these two columns, f with x. 10 into 5 is 50. Next we have to multiply all the values given. 15 into 5, 75. 30 into 25, 750. Next 25 into 35 is 875. Next 45 into 10, 450. Next 20 into 55 is 1100. So f into x value we have obtained. Next we have to calculate sigma fx. In the sense we have to add all these values. So let me do 1100 plus 450 plus 875 plus 750 plus 75 plus 50. So that will give us 3300. So sigma fx value we have obtained, n value we have obtained. So substitution will give us 100. Fine. So mean obtained is x bar is equal to 33. It is by direct method. Now let me solve the same problem by shortcut method. So what is the formula to find the mean by using shortcut method? It is given by x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd divided by n, where d is given by x minus a. So let me calculate d, that is x minus a. So how can I calculate? We have to assume the mean value a from the column x. So let me assume the value as 35. Why? Because leaving these two values, among these two it is the highest value. So I have to do x minus a. A value is 35. So 5 minus 35 is minus 30. 15 minus 35 you have to do. 15 minus 35 is minus 20. Next 25 minus 35 is minus 10. 35 minus 35 is 0. 45 minus 35 is plus 10. Next 55 minus 35 is 20. Clear? Just subtraction. So while subtracting you have to take care of sign. Since I have assumed a as 35. Clear? So let me write here d value I have obtained. Now I have to calculate fd. Anyhow f we have here and d we have, so we have to multiply these two value, f with d. So that will give us 300, 100, 30 into 10 minus 300, 25 into 0 0, 10 into 10 100, 20 into 20 400. So f into d value I have obtained. Now I have to find sigma fd. Sigma fd in the sense you have to add all these values. So let me add minus 300, minus 100, minus 300. I am doing along with the sign, you can note that, plus 100 plus 400. So after adding you will get minus 200. Fine. Now let me substitute sigma x bar is equal to a value is 35. It is assumed mean. plus sigma FD is minus 200 divided by n is 100. Fine. Let me put the minus sign outside so that you will get 35 minus 2. 35 minus 2 is 33. So x bar is 33. And again mean is in both the cases mean is same. Now let me do it by third method, step deviation. So let me write the formula for step deviation. It is given by x bar is equal to a plus sigma FD dash divided by n into h, where h is the class difference. 10 minus 0 is 10, 20 minus 10, 10, 30 minus 20, 10, 40 minus 30, 10, 50 minus 40, 10, 60 minus 50, 10. So h value is 10. We have to calculate d dash by using the formula d by h. So let me calculate d dash is equal to d divided by h. So d I have here, I have to divide it with 10. So you will get minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 20 divided by 10, 2. Clear? Now I have to find f into d dash. F value I have, so I have to find out f into d dash. Multiply this with d dash. 10 into minus 3, minus 30, 5 into minus 2, minus 10, 30 into minus 1, minus 30, 25 into 0, 0, 10 into 1, 10, 20 into 2, 40. So I have obtained f into d dash value. Now I have to find out sigma f d dash. So I have to add all these values, minus 30, minus 10, minus 30, plus 10, plus 40. So that will give us minus 20. Now let me substitute all the values here. Since a is assumed mean, for calculation of d I have assumed a as 35. So I have to take the same value. A is 35 plus sigma FD dash is minus 20 divided by n is 100 into h is 10. Fine. So let me simplify here. 10 ones are 10 tens are, let me cancel 1. Again 10 ones are 10 twos are. So what I have, x bar is equal to 35 minus 2. So x bar is 33. So you can note that I have solved this problem in all the three methods, and in all the three methods I have obtained the same solution. Hope so arithmetic mean is clear for you. And here is the homework problem, and you have to solve the same in notes. The given problem is a frequency distribution given below. The cost of production of sugarcane in different holding is given. Find AM. AM in the sense arithmetic mean. Anyhow, cost is given, so you have to consider this as class interval. Whatever the value, whatever the quantity they can give here, so you have to consider this as class interval. Second, frequency is given, and you can solve by using any of the method. If you are finding comfortable, you can do in all the three methods. Answer should be 19.212. I have given answer also, so you should solve this. So again, second problem, class interval is directly given and frequency is given. You have to find arithmetic mean. Hope so you understand the concept of arithmetic mean. In the next session, let me continue with the geometric mean. Thank you.